Where are we, Pippa? Are we at our storage unit? It's time to get all of this out of the car. I've already spilled your water like 6 times. It is time. And you need a nap. I don't want to hear about how I look in this vlog because I just drove 14 hours in 2 days and just ate a bunch of nachos. So if you come at me, just know I won't do anything about it, but maybe I will put like a 500-year curse on your or something. So it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Anyways, let's get this handled so I can get out of this area because it is supposed to snow on Friday. So we made it back here like just in time. We're not equipped with snow. Oh, I'm at my storage unit. I'm not going to show you like where it is though. Obviously. Okay, so for the whole drive back, I was like, what am I going to do with these 3 rows of seatings? How am I going to set my bed up? And what I ultimately decided to do was leave the seats down behind the passenger seat to start with because I don't want to do a build because I don't really know how this is going to work out. And I just want to be able to like shake down the car and do anything before I make some like permanent decisions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave like an L shape and only take out that passenger seat that's directly behind like the middle row of seating. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you. It's okay. And a lot of people ask me about taking out seats. I don't think it's hard. It's usually four bolts, but you need to have a socket wrench that has enough leverage to get them out of the car sometimes, because if you just use those little sets, sometimes they're not strong enough. You need the ones that you can use like on your car tires, because there are manufacturer guidelines of how tight those bolts should be, and they're sometimes hard to get out. I totally get that part of it, but it's only 4 bolts, so you can definitely do it yourself, and I'm gonna do it myself here right this second. But like I said, I'm only taking out 1 seat because I want some space behind the passenger seat to get in and out. So here are those bolts. That's what they look like. I literally just take my socket wrench. I have no idea what the size is for every single car, but for this Honda Pilot, this was a 14mm socket that I needed to take these out. You just loosen them up and then you can literally just pull the seat out. Like super easy. Took me maybe 10 minutes. I do get asked why I take that seat out. See how it has like a little hole behind the passenger seat now? And that's because it is too high for Pippa to jump in on the seats because she's too old at this point. So I need a space for her to be able to jump in the car from the back. And also that is where I squat and pee if I can't get to a bathroom, like, and have some privacy when I'm city camping or just need privacy and I don't want to set up like a pop-up tent or a bathroom tent, or even just like wanting to go out in the middle of the night. That is that spot that I, do that. And since it's lower down, I can then change my clothes right there as well. It just kind of makes things a little bit easier to have that space because I had it in the Honda CR-V and I don't want to give it up. Okay, this is storage unit part 2, because yesterday, right after I took my seat out in the back, it started to like sprinkle, and then I looked at the forecast and it was supposed to rain for like 3 hours. So I hurried up and I threw everything in the storage unit. Super unorganized, gave me anxiety because obviously I don't want to leave it that way. I know people leave stuff in their storage unit like that, but I personally do not like that. It stresses me out, especially because when I come back in the spring or next summer to find something, I'm gonna be so mad at myself that like it's not all organized and that I can't just like pick up my paddleboard because everything will fall over, or just like whatever. So basically what I've decided to do, last night I slept on it, literally slept on it because my bed is so comfortable, by the way, after I put the IKEA mattress back in here. I'll explain all that in another video. This is weird because I've never built out a car in real time on here before, because when I first moved into my CR-V, I had already been sleeping in it for like a month before, like with just the seats down. and sometimes just with the seats up. And so this is weird for me to do like in real time for you guys, but so basically what I decided to do was go all the way back to basics to figure out how I fit in the car and how our routine goes. I have found that that's the best way to figure things out for me, is like live without something, and if I miss it, come back and pick it up whenever I can, or get a new one, or you know, just like whatever it is. Or if I don't miss it, then it just wasn't something cluttering the car. I'd rather start off with too little of things than too much stuff, if that makes sense. And I know I'm going to be on like out east, so I know I'm gonna have to do a lot of city camping, and having I've talked about this like a couple times before, and I think it is something worth mentioning. You get bothered way less the more clean your car looks. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's prejudiced against people who are unhoused. I know it's just what it is, but from the outside, if you look like you don't have stuff piled up in the windows and stuff everywhere, you just get bothered less. So I want everything to have a space and be put away so it does not look so cluttered. And that's why even in my CRV, everything like kind of went underneath the bed. In my old like tour videos, I tried not to leave anything like higher than the windows, and I know I do right now, but that's me like organizing today. But you just get bothered less the less stuff you have visible. I don't know what it is. It's just part of this lifestyle. So anyways, I'm going to travel with the least amount of things as possible and then go from there, because I don't know how this car is gonna shake down, you know what I mean? So that's my thought process on that, but I have to, I'll show you what I did last night and just throw everything in there. And then the only other thing is I need to get seat covers, or at least for Pippa's seat, because whoever detailed this car did a fantastic job, but they put like seat conditioner or something like too much, and these seats are so slippery. Like she can't, like I can already tell she's like afraid to jump up and down, because like she just like slides into next week. Are you being good waiting, Pippa? This is how I left everything last night. This is why it made me so anxious. But I've got these bins to put stuff in, and this is now empty because my clothes are gonna go in these. These are just those little pop-up ones that you can get for like $5. Where did I get those? Target. The little cubes. Okay, so here's some better progress. So I've had to stack everything up kind of high because of the bike, but these bins then all can stack up, and they're all organized by like I know what's in them. And then I'm gonna leave the fridge behind for now. And I'm gonna leave my outdoor shower out for now because it's gonna be cold, and I don't really need to deal with it right this second. I can just go to Planet Fitness since I'm gonna be on the East Coast. Same with the porta potty. I winterized it. I put like winterizing stuff in it. And then my car seat is in here. And then now this set of drawers is going to go into storage. My cooler lid is broken, and I don't need another cooler because I have a collaboration with a cooler coming. So I'm going to put all my dry food into this bin so it'll stay sealed up. And then I just need to organize like all these little things, which I can put into these cubes, which is why I bought those. And then we'll be done. Okay, this is definitely not how things are staying, but this is how things are right now. So I have my clothes in the back, my laundry, which needs done that day anyways, so that'll get handled. And then these bins obviously need organized because they're just thrown together. But my clothes are back here, and I can't do it all in one day, guys. I wish I was superhuman, but I'm not. And I have all my food, like I said, in that other bin, and Pippa's food's on top. I can already tell you, I already filmed the car tour. This isn't how things stay, but this is how they were for a week or so I could get everything figured out. Having this storage underneath, though, has already become one of my favorite things, especially because I keep my kitchen stuff down there and out of the way. So that is one of my favorites. As you can see, I left everything in bins so I can pull things out super easily, and I can just lift it up and put it down. I have moved some of those bins so they don't just like fall out of the car when I need to set up my kitchen, but that's for the official tour video. That is not for this one because I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just giving you a glimpse into the future, you know, because I can do that with how I edit. Alright, and here is the final storage unit. There's no other stuff out here except for my trash. But yeah, it's all ready to go, and then I can always come back for whatever I need in a couple months once I shake everything down and figure out how everything works for me. Did you do good while I was cleaning? Yeah, you did. Are you happy, girl?